Oh, Aarons is fired up already. Jalen Aarons, so that is doing the old fake throw. Moody, Jason Moody, who's opening the batting for the Wildcats. Important to either get off to a fast start or stem these runs, Eugene.
Well, they're not getting any opportunity here. It's bowling gun barrel straight. That's a good start. So you got to take a risk. You don't want to lose wickets as well as batters. You don't want to be 2-3 down in the power play.
Well, that's got to be close. Umpire's not interested. Huge appeal from the Dragons. They're pumped up and ready to go.
Tell you what, I want to have a look at this. The umpire walked away straight away. Tell you what, I would have had a longer look at that. Maybe pitching outside leg. Maybe pitching outside leg. Well, there's a shot in anger. That's the first boundary of this final.
Oh, this game has started at a pace.
Just a bit short from the left arm seamer. And that's well picked up, has to be said. Well, he did pick that up quite nicely. This time it's a glorious shot through extra cover all along the deck. Take and pick the bones out of that. Back-to-back papers.
Yeah, beautiful work from Moody. Took that initial emphasis that Aarons was trying to put on this game and stamp his authority, but you won't see many better drives down the ground than that.
Tell you what, if that was Joe Root, if you're Englishman, or Jacques Callis, if you're South African, you would say, absolute class. And that's what it was. Spin for the second over.
Caleb Cupido.
They like a fake throw, these boys, don't they?
Don't they just? They're fired up, that's for sure. They've just watched their under-11 team take victory. Now they're hoping that they can replicate that.
I'm right in saying it is a combined effort from all the teams to get the elusive or the prestigious trophy, isn't it?
True, yep, there's a full point scoring system. And with the amount of finals the Dragons are in this weekend. An early run out. Sharp in the field. Moody's got to go.
Well, those men out there, they are jubilant. Man that has just struck 2 consecutive boundaries in the over before. Well, he has got to go back. Look at them. Happiness is.
Indeed. Well, it was a bit reckless from the Wildcats. 8 off the first over, yes. They were getting tucked up a little bit here, but I'm not sure that run was ever on, Eugene.
Well, 2 things. The man on the ring is quite deep, so maybe he thought he could sneak one in, but he hit it so well that the ball got to that man fairly quickly. But I must say, the throw was right next to the stumps. That's what you want to do. That's where you want it. Look at that. The keeper didn't have much to do. Boom. Well, he did a lot after. Ran off.
Fired up to the max. Mateo Samuels faces his first ball.
Umpires are getting together. Not sure why.
Well, you'd be grateful that the winds died down, Eugene. In the first game, we didn't have any bails because they were being thrown all over Boland Park by this wind.
Where are the heavier bales?
Something about you stealing them last night. Good backing up, but the Wildcats clearly trying to push the score with every opportunity. Quick running between the wickets. Cupido finding the edge.
Well, the other thing that the batter should do is maybe just tie his laces. As that second over comes to an end.
Well, Samuels comes in. He's 162 runs so far in this tournament. He's hit a 50, 15 fours and 4 sixes to boot, with a strike rate of 99.
Got to get it 3 figures, fella. Can't hang around the red balloons for too long. Still left arm over the wicket. Yeah, there we go. Tie the laces. Tie them together.
Not on the other hand, he's on 99 runs. So his next run will tip him over the 100 mark. 13 fours, average of 19.8, high score of 40. I'm sure he'd be happy with that again today. Oof, that zips through from Arnser. 3 wickets for him during the tournament. Economy of 4.09. So not too expensive. Best of 2 for 5. Figures you dream of, Eugene.
Don't get me started. Well, I think there was an inside edge. Keeper dive to his left. Batsman thought he caught it. Went waltzing down. Nearly got run out. I will tell you, Mr. Daniel, I held the record. I held the record for the best bowling figures in T20 cricket in South Africa for a while, for a brief while.
Was that the first ever game that was played in
I wish.
South Africa? Again, quick between the wickets, the Wildcats.
I'll tell you one thing that the batter should not be doing, running straight down the middle. Well, that record was surpassed. So my best ever T20 was 4 for 9 against the Warriors at the Bull Ring. Won't tell you the year though.
When these two met in the group stages, the Dragons won by 3 wickets. So the Wildcats are definitely out for revenge this evening at a beautiful Boland Park where the wind has finally died down a little bit. I was just down pitch side doing the presentation. There is still a significant wind, but that is a significant shot.
Yeah, first time width on offer, and these fellas, when you see width, they just free those arms up. Whether you're under 14 or whether you're a senior pro, if you get width, you pounce on those deliveries. Follow through got a lot shorter then from the left arm bowler. It's always the case. Beautifully put away by Samuels. Now they're putting a third man in place.
Leonard from Aronsur to finish the over. 15 for 1.
Yeah, 3 overs to go in the power play.
Good pass score on this, Eugene.
Oh, I find the 14 cricket. If they get up to 135, 140, I think 7 and over for these lads will be sort of a good test, I would say. If they can get up to that. I know most of the games, the scores were at other grounds.
The under 11's got to 165.
Oh, that was wides as well, I've heard.
27.
There you have it. We haven't seen a wide ball yet. Oh, don't do it to me now.
Good bowler from Cupido. And he went for 2 runs off his first over. Build the pressure. Well, he's gone for 4 now. That's a lovely shot from Knott down the ground. Some power in these openers.
Oh, that is glorious. Just got that big stride to the pitch of the ball and then just caressed that through extra cover along the deck. That was papers since the minute he's hit that. That's what I like. Ball goes in the outfield, boom, straight to the keeper. Just show the intensity in the field. Oh, no.
You definitely don't want to bowl there. Full toss. Put away beautifully. Knott goes into double figures. And Cupido just seems to have lost his compass and his bearings.
Oh, this was over pitch, and all you have to do is just lean on this. But it was stroked with some venom as well. Boom. Well, he's got long levers, hasn't he? And that ball raced across his outfield. Dropped. Went flying. I think he caught him unaware. Has to say that as well.
Look of disgust on Cupido's face. Oh, not happy, bunny. Can't want my wicket in the final. Attempted stumping 9 off the over. 24 for 1 after 4.
Yeah, that's up to 6 and over now. That's a good over for the men with the bat in hand. I have to admit, they need to make up their mind. Are we going black pads or are we going yellow? Maybe they should go one of each.
Left hand, right hand? I don't know.
Oh, they're both right-handers, aren't they?
Maybe the fabric shot ran out of yellow.
Oh, that big man over there, he's worked hard. Pen in hand. He's got to go do presentations. He's got to keep a smile on his face. It's tough. It's tough being Andy Daniel.
It's tougher being sat next to you. That's the big issue.
These things happen. Oh, change of bowling. Looks like it's going to be right on over.
Schaefer, the man, ball in hand. Schaefer of the Zach variety. Well, welcome to the final, Zach Schaefer. An absolute beauty. Unplayable. Off stump gone. Cartwheeling.
Well, as we say, that's the old Simone. When that stump goes flying out, cartwheeling like that. And the man that was striking it well, he has got to depart back to the sheds. That's the second wicket gone for the Wildcats. Good line, good length. I think he just played all around that. Played all around that. Ball was down Waterloo. He came down Piccadilly. Stump out the ground.
Schaefer's best before this game was 1 for 11. He'd only taken 2 wickets. That's his third now. Again, economy of 4.83. Good effort.
Yeah, if you look at this ball again here, Andy, it was just a decent ball on a decent length. Boom. In fact, the stump cartwheel forward.
He got his feet stuck under himself, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Now, this is part of the thing that these youngsters will learn. This is T20 cricket, and it's taken an age for the number 4 to come to the crease here. And I saw that when the first wicket fell. And I'm sure somewhere along the line that you just got to look at the laws or the bylaws of this game just to get the game moving forward a little bit quicker. You've got to change as quickly as you can, as close to the inner ring. It just helps everybody, because it's taken eternity for this fella, Van der Westhuizen, to come to the middle.
Two types of leave, as they say. That happened to be a good one.
You don't often see leaves in T20 cricket. They get on with it. That, as you said, is a good leave. Nowhere near the stumps.
If it was Test cricket from Van der Westhuizen. Fantastic delivery from Schaefer.
Here goes the bail. Love the wee banners all around this ground. All the teams, sponsors.
That's a bit of festivity, doesn't it? Just a little side game for us to play here. Matteo Samuels is 41 runs behind Ruben Guillaume from the Eagles, who are obviously not playing in this final. So,
as the leading run scorer.
So Samuels, just a side eye, a little side eye on his score and whether he can claw that back.
Well, the bigger picture is, I think, if you're the Dragons, you want to see the back of Samuels.
Absolutely. Jason Moody was third on that list, but he's back in the hutch at the moment.
Well, are we heading for a maiden wicket? Maiden wicket in T20 cricket.
It's a wicket maiden.
Depends if you're from the northern hemisphere or the southern hemisphere.
We invented the game. Oh, it was almost a 2-wicket maiden. Brilliant over from Schaefer.
It's called a double wicket maiden, mate. Well, great stuff. So we've got the black pads on. Now we've got the yellow helmet cover and the black helmet cover. It's got to be one or the other, surely.
You're quite perturbed by this, aren't you?
Oh, uniformity is key. Anyway, these youngsters, they just thrilled to be out there, and a great deal of work goes to the organizers of this absolutely fantastic tournament, giving these youngsters this platform to showcase their skills. Under the lights, no less.
That's an international cricket ground. Unbelievable. Thank you, Rain, BMP, Thirsty. And, of course, the Pile Royals as Samuels adds 4 more to his total.
Save your legs, that one. Save your legs. Beautifully played. Just swept round the corner. And you get true value for your shots here. And that ball raced away for more papers. Another 4. Glorious shot. Look at the way he's played this. Oh, just watch that nicely. What's going down the leg side. This is the final over of the power play.
Quite happy with this from a Dragons perspective, would you not?
Oh, you take this and run every day of the week, including Sundays.
You don't work Sundays.
No, you're right. I work doubly hard on Sundays. That's in the air.
Oh, could he have gone for that?
Oh, parachute.
D'Andre Lowe. Just wonder whether he could have thrown himself at that. Easy for me to say up here, obviously. Well, it matters not, because the next ball, Samuels is gone. And Cupido is the man to do the damage.
I think from what you've told me, that is a massive wicket. Samuels departs, and it took a special delivery to get rid of him.
He departs for 9. And it's very rare. I like to agree with you, but you're right about these batters coming on. And I've also wondered, why does the non-striking batter have to walk all the way? We've got the same thing in football. You've seen that it's in penalty shootouts now. They take the penalty, and then they walk over to the goalkeeper like they didn't see him 30 seconds before to go, please try and save it. Drives me insane.
Sorry, Jeffrey Boycott.
He's way more miserable than me.
Well, he's getting a lowdown of what's happening out there. And maybe he's getting a message that was sent on. But I'm going to go with the first point you made. Mr. Daniel, you have got to change on the field. If you're the batter out, you've got to come off, and you've got to swap with that batter coming off on the field or as close to the inner ring. Well, he's just wheeling that willow like he's ready to do some damage, this fella.
I think you should write an email on Monday morning.
No. No chance. Monday's my off day. Oh, he's holding that bottom man fairly tight on that bat, boys. Maybe 1 or 2 sighters.
Well, with a high score of just 15, Nathan Phillips has come out and he's chosen his attitude, and it seems to be fairly aggressive.
Let me tell you, you just have to look at a batsman, how he holds the bat. Bottom man gripped fairly tightly around. Well, the power play is a thing of the past. 3 down. And statistically, if you lose 3 wickets or more, it's going to be an uphill battle. Someone's happy. The 5th best team in the world just got a victory.
And Nathan Phillips, like I said, high score of 15, 1-6-3-4s in the whole tournament, and he has batted in all 6 innings to date. Just 34 runs, makes you kind of wonder why he's coming in at 5.
He's coming in to play some shots. I tell you, look at him. He's ready to go. You should have asked CM Mahima if the professionals do that. You know, if batter goes out, walks out to edge of the boundary, near enough, and then walks back.
Slow going for the Wildcats. Struggling to just get any momentum at the moment.
Well, now that the power play is done, you've got 3 men outside the ring. It's a sweep on the off, third man and fine leg. Well, that ball's gone to third man practically, and no run was taken. Even you on one leg could get there, Mr. Daniel.
I cartwheeled halfway down.
Yeah, 100%. Now, whenever things like this happen, where that should have definitely been a run, and they didn't take it, I always worry about the next ball.
Schaefer hasn't conceded a run yet. 9 balls into the spell. I think that 10. You don't often see this in T20 cricket.
I don't think you ever see it in T20 cricket. Onside field looking very, very tight. Close in.
Well, the first runs come with a maximum. The first 6 of the match, Phillips, as you said, he's a tall lad for 14. Where's health and safety? Health and safety.
The exuberant of youth.
was a phrase Sia and I used a lot earlier, watching the under-11 final. Just making rash decisions and running and almost running each other out.
Well, this wasn't a rash decision. Oh, it just helped on its way. Good position.
Oh, and he held it for a couple of seconds as well. I love a bit of that.
So someone got a picture.
The next delivery. With an anger. So only 1 scoring shot. Just shame it was a 6 from Schaefer's point of view, but 2 overs from him, 1 for 6. I think he'll be still fairly happy. And after the 7th over, just 35 for 3. The Wildcats find themselves in a little bit of a hole.
Well, would you bowl him? Would you bowl him through? He's bowled 2 magnificent overs just for that solitary boundary, which was Warnes. So change here at this end. I think what Van der Westen should do here is just give the strike here to Phillips. Sometimes the best place to play the game is at the non-striker's end.
A song comes on to bowl for the Dragons. Valley Basson.
Oh, he did the old, what's the Undertaker's name? September.
Bit of a quicker one there. Flatter and quicker from Basson for his first ball.
Well, this is the fella that I want to see. Phillips. Go and entertain, fella. Oh, the old leave. Knew it was going down the leg side. Decided not to play it. Wants the extra delivery.
You've got to go after it because these overs are capped at 8 balls as well. So I think, or dragged down, not dealt with. Basson gets away with 1. So again, just taking the 1 wicket so far as Basson in this tournament.
Yeah,
1 for 10.
I've got to go check if he's got an earpiece in because Mr. Mahima behind me just asked the question, why is he not coming around? And then straight away he did. That's powerfully struck. Work to be done on the boundary. Just for one. Not sure whose running was bad there. The Wildcats or the Dolphins yesterday.
So he's still annoyed that he had to have his dinner so late last night after all the super overs.
Hey, that was just one thing. It was brilliant to call on games like that. Down the leg side's going to be a wide. But I think at some stage, yeah, I know it's for the crowd and everything else. If you're going to go with a super over, it should happen once. Then you go through all the other permutations. How many wickets have you lost? That's the first call. If it's tied after that. Another wide. Then
Boundaries.
Then it goes on how many boundaries were hit. Then if it's still even, look in the 6 overs when that boundary was hit. Simple. A few wides being bowled in this over.
By the time you've explained it, though, you could have just done another super over, couldn't you?
Well, I think that was the confusion out there last night. Great for a spectator's point of view.
Someone's struggling here.
He's coming back over. Sorry, Mr. Mahima. What's the rule in rugby if it's tied?
Try scored.
It goes to extra time first.
Extra time, try scored, and then drop kicking contest.
Comfortably say you won't find me in that.
Which had Monsieur Johnny Wilkinson not put that drop goal over in 2003 is how that World Cup final would have been decided. Which would have been a shame, really, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, 4 times champions.
But Munster got beaten by the Sharks, I want to say, last year on a drop kick contest.
I think the Sharks won it.
They did. Munster got beat.
Yeah.
Oh, finally, the Basson over is over. So clearly, my apologies, it's just the under 11s. That is a maximum of 8.
I think what they should do is what they do in England. Just have a bowl out. Hit the stumps. Like a knockout. Get your 5 best bowlers. See who hits the stumps.
Yeah, but the leggies don't like it, do they?
Well, I will think that the spinners of Boland will hit the stumps more than anybody else. Look at Sia Mahima, Imam Manak. They bowl gun barrel straight. I'll even go with Glenton Stearman. Those fellas know where the timbers are. Just like this man, he's continuing.
Good decision, I feel. 44 for 3. The Wildcats yet to get purring.
They're more being flamed by the Dragons. That was easy getting tired because he's not getting through the crease like he did in his first 2 overs here. Starts with a dot.
Apart from the one short delivery to Phillips earlier, he has been very tidy indeed.
Van der Wester is a need to do something here. He's 2 of 10. Make that 2 of 11. Pressure's mounting.
It's really starting to mount now. Schaefer building pressure. Van der Vesthuizen swing that bat in anger. It doesn't look like he wants to give it a go at the moment. Another good delivery. He's stuck in his crease at the moment.
I think he's just stuck. He's got to just find a way to get a single. He will be feeling it, folks. He will be feeling that pressure. Maybe just advance down the pitch, keep hitting it straight as well. Could be an option. And look at the fielding. Oh, direct hit.
Brilliant work. I think he's back. He's safe. But superb work in the field. And another maiden over. Schaefer's figures so far: 3 overs, 2 maidens, 1 wicket for 6 runs. Economy of 2.
Well, that's excellently done by the big fella.
How close was this? Oof. He's just there.
You reckon?
Yeah. Don't argue with the umpire. Middleton then on. He's had an impressive tournament so far. That's Middleton. 8 wickets to his name. Conceded just 29. Economy of 3.33. Best of 3 for 11.
These dots, it's like playing Pac-Man now.
Now we're blocking the ball. I'm not sure that's a good idea.
Just got to find a way to keep the scoreboard ticking. It's been very stationary. And at the end of this will be the halfway stage.
They haven't scored a run in 9 balls. 10 balls, they haven't scored a run. 10 dot balls in a row, that's going to be a record, surely. In a T20. That'll be a wide.
Wide count must be going up now.
The extras go up to 7. The last run off a bat came in the 8th over, 7.5 overs. Finally, there is now another set of runs and a lovely sweep for 4 from Phillips. Sees that run away. And my word, did the Wildcats need that?
Yeah, just as you say, it's been very quiet. It's been dot city. Then they managed to strike a 4. That is where these youngsters, when they develop, they're going to find out more and more that after that boundary, you've got to look to keep the scoreboard ticking. It's no use getting a boundary, then you dot it up again. And this is what these youngsters will learn. Powerfully struck. It will just be the one, I think.
It does eventually bring the 50 up, though. And right on cue as well. After 10 overs, we finally hit the 50. We do have wickets in hand, of course. We lost to 3, but not a good place to be after 10 overs, Eugene.
Well, let's look at it this way. There's 60 balls remaining in this innings. A run a ball gets him to 110. Is that enough? Mr. Daniels shakes his head. So where do you go? If you score 70, you get to 120. So that's 7 and over from here. All in all, I think you need to look at eights. And how you get to eights? You get the odd single here and there, and then you get a boundary.
Schaefer's bowled 19 balls. They've scored off one of them.
And he might as bowl anything at the minute. He's bowled a full toss. He's bowled good length deliveries. He's bowled ball straight.
Just cannot get him away, can they? 21 of his 22 balls have been dot balls or a wicket. Good to see the families in.
You reckon they're wrapped up there?
I advise it with this wind. But, it's certainly not as bad as it was earlier. As we'd say in the UK, it was blowing a hoolie.
Blowing a hoolie. What's a hoolie?
It's a really strong wind.
Just say it's blowing strong. The wind's blowing quite strong.
Oh, it's blowing a hoolie.
Blowing gale force.
What a spell of bowling this is from Schaefer. The last one to come. He got hit for that 1-6 randomly, and there's been a single. So far, 21 dot balls. 22 dot balls off. Sorry, I'm lying. No, I'm right. 22 dot balls. One of which was a wicket, a 6 and a single. They scored off 2 balls. That is fantastic bowling. 4 overs, 1 wicket for 7, 2 maidens.
Always said go with your first gut. Always go with your first gut. The first answer was correct. Well, somewhere along the line.
6 and 8 times table mixed up. But yeah, that's phenomenal. That 22 non-scoring balls. There he is on your screen. Job done. Go and stand on the boundary and get cold for your efforts. But take a bow. Zach Schaefer, superb bowling in the final of the under-14 BOLANDT20. Alex Cilliers gets hit for a 4 off his first one. The Wildcats going to need a few more of those, but your man Phillips is still out there, Eugene. Still swinging hard.
I said that man with a very strong bottom hand grip. Just plays this across. He watched that nicely because it didn't bounce a lot. Just will try and play that strongly onto the onside. I was wondering when this fuse is going to get lit here.
Same ball from Cilliers, same treatment from Phillips. 8 off the first 2 balls. Pressure is building on Alex Cilliers.
Back-to-back papers. Same shot, same result. Bowler under pressure now. Oh, majestic. Oh, I can play them through the offside as well. He's gone 4-4-4.
Yeah, Cilliers just head in hands, but some encouraging words is going to come from Dandre Lowe. Skipper is just going to have a little word with him. Tell him it's all good. Stay in the fight. Oof, beautiful. Oh, and he held the position afterwards as well. Phillips now trying to get the motor purring.
That's good. That's excellent. 13 off the over with 2 balls. Now, Van der Westhuizen, you do the same. Even if you just get a single, get the maximum out of the over.
Ooh, wide. A big wide as well.
Yeah, that's just a sign of bowler just being under pressure. You can see the puff of the cheeks. You can't afford to just bowl good line and length to Van der Westhuizen. Because he can't seem to find the gap or the single.
He's really struggling. Two of 17 balls so far. From Van der Westhuizen. Fielding practice for the Dragons.
Right, I've worked it out. The men that come with the yellow head covers and the yellow pads, they're the hitters.
And the other one's blockers. Hitters and blockers?
We're not doing him a disservice. He'll learn. Van der Westhuizen, and like all these players, and the best place to learn is out there in the middle.
There'll be other days that he plays shots like that and they fly,
100%.
fly through the middle, and it just is what it is. Van Schuurt has the ball in hand. Liam Van Schuurt, number 44 on his back. Bowled in 3 innings so far. 3 wickets for him. All in one game. 3 for 18. Economy of 4. Average of 10.7.
Solid. That is solid. You don't get past that. Have done, Mr. Danner, they've scored 15 runs in 2 overs here.
Another nice looking shot straight to the man in blue. Run rate sat at 5.27 at the moment. Definitely not going to be good enough to continue at that. Phillips again finds that man.
He might not have bowled a good over, but he's certainly in the right position, stopping the ball. Again, they're so deep on the ring, you can just drop it and run a single. At the minute, this fella's not thinking singles. He's just thinking, I'm waiting for a ball to hit through the covers yet again. I see a problem you had early on.
Indeed.
That is the problem. Stump's not in. Watch your fingers there, Mr. Umpire. Especially the index one.
I think it's on a piece of string. They just put it off.
What they should do
You know why this is, though? Because Sia said earlier, the wind's definitely dying down. And this... That's a great shot. Phillips is on the charge. 31 for him now. He's gone over a runner ball.
Yeah, it's a glorious shot, but it's taken 4 balls to get 4 runs.
And it was a juicy half volley. Wide. And slapped away from Phillips.
Sweeper out now on the offside. Was the 4 earlier. Beautifully put away. There's a full toss. Not put away. And if you're bowling side, you'll take that 4 runs and run as far as you can.
End of the 13th, 69 for 3.
Well, is that a message? Message in a bottle.
Stop hitting it to the man in green and blue.
Green and blue.
Was that turquoise? What are you going for? Teal?
It's a color. I'm not going to get into the color debate with Andy Dan. We already had the enunciation and a pronunciation of maiden wicket or wicket maiden. Not going down that chestnut with you. Two of 18, Van der Westhuizen.
Well, 2 of 19 for Van der Westhuizen. Middleton takes his tally to 9 wickets for the tournament. Van der Westhuizen's walking. And Eugene will be watching the next batter come out and see where they swap.
Oh, this one seems to be coming out a lot quicker. Not sure why they don't use the... Oh, maybe their view is obscured, but good take by the keeper. Got in a good position. Yeah, finger raised. You got to go. Should have knocked it when you were knocking in those stumps. He wouldn't have raised the finger then.
Oh, there you go. Perfectly legal changeover. Van der Westhuizen goes for 2 of 18 balls. And Kluter is in.
Well, let me tell you, this fella looks like he's going to come in and play some shots. I think he's had enough sitting in the sheds. Fist pumps. I never get those fist pumps. Oh, fist pumps. There's a tap of the bat now as well. The other thing I was very meticulous about, taking guard. Don't kick it this way. Kick it towards the stumps.
Well, there's a nice first delivery to get. See, not to capitalise on Harry Kluter. 32 his highest score in this tournament this year.
Can't be that windy. The umpires' brim hats are staying on their heads quite well.
And a tidy 4 for Kluter at the end of that over. So in the middle of this over, but finally another boundary for the Wildcats. 74 for 4 now. They've got a lot of work to do on that scoreboard.
When you see a man as fidgety as this fella that's just come to the wicket, you know he's going to come playing shots. He doesn't stand still. Certainly you get a lot of mannerisms, and you pick up on the mannerisms from players. The twirl of the bat. Look at that. Proper twirl. Oh, that's a single all day long.
Phillips sends the man back to where he came from. Last ball of the over. Surely Phillips has to push for a single here as a bare minimum to take the strike. And he will get it. Indeed. Clever batting. 32 for him. At the end of the 14th. 76 for 4.
6 overs to go. Tens. Bare minimum. Bare minimum. Just take them above 130.
Score will continue. As the sun sets behind the mountains here in Pal.
1. Not 1. You've got to swap the two stumps.
Phillips gets hold of it. They're going to come back for the second. This is going to be tight.
Oh, beautiful dive. Beautiful dive. Well, I'm not sure how the umpire was going to see if that was in, because he dived behind the umpire. Benefit of the doubt will always go to the batsman.
Especially if you're not watching.
That's what I said. Benefit of the doubt has to go to the batsman.
That's a nice shot from Phillips. Through the covers this time. Doesn't find a man in a dark blue shirt. He finds the boundary and he ticks on.
Well, he's going out better to run a ball. And if you can think about all the amount of dot balls he faced up early on in this innings, if he just turned half of them into ones, he would have put his team in a far better position. That's glorious, again through extra cover. More papers.
This time fielded. 38 from 36 off Phillips. And you're right, that's, I mean, if he hadn't had all those dot balls behind Schaefer and all of that, he would be sitting very pretty right now. But he's 6 fours, 1 6. Oh, swing a miss. Third man sweeps around and picks that up. We'll get 2.
Yeah, just got a fine little tickle on that.
He did.
Beat the keeper. And he just barely made it back for 2. Well, I think the fuse is lit here. I think these two men, they really want to push hard here for the Wildcats. That's good work. 2 more runs, another good over for the Wildcats. They need more of that.
Good over indeed. 10 coming off it. We are 3/4 of the way there. 86 for 4. Just the 9 extras. Run rate 5.73. Where would you want that to be finishing? 6.5, 6.6? I mean...
Well, they can work their way up to 6.5. Because if they go at 10, that's where it's going to finish. Maybe close to 7 if they can.
So you want to start this over to get Phillips back on strike.
Well, if you're the Wildcats, you would be looking at this batting order. Because these 2 men have looked like they want to get on with it. Played some good cricket shots. Misfield. Yeah, there has been one sort of thing that hasn't been good as is the running and the dotting up. That's the one thing that hasn't been good from the Wildcats. However, they've shown some impetus here. Ah, brilliant. That's brilliant.
Exactly what you mentioned earlier. Just drop it into that space and go.
Where was this earlier? Where was this round the 5th over?
Sat in the pavilion.
Because this is what was required then, just to keep it moving forward. Ones are very important. Oh, look at that. That was a dot ball earlier. Good stuff. Excellent. This is where the bowler gets frustrated, Andy, and then you get a nice, juicy full toss or over-pitch delivery that you just stroke through for more papers. Misfield happens.
6 off the over. 6 singles off the over. $92 for 4. 4 overs left. 135, 140 would be a bit of a dream now, would it not, for the Wildcats?
Give it these 2 men. Come on, purr for the Cats, purr. Get up there to the 135, 140 mark.
Phillips on 45 off 41. Actually, Cluter's got the highest strike rate at the moment, 133. Aronson back into the attack. Opening bowler. Oh, there's a quick one on a misfield. There's another run here, surely. Yes. There's 2. I'm not going to take one for the throw, but 2 for Phillips straight off the bat. And now another overthrow. Oh, the Dragons just starting to tire in the field, not backing up.
And that just stems from now they know they've got to come in. They're under pressure in the field because they know the batters are running ones to them. This is what we're talking about, transferring that pressure. So 2 off the first ball. Now we see change of personnel. They want their quicker men now trying to save it in the ring.
He's run the first one hard. Phillips, but he's not going to cut back for the second.
It's a phrase I like to say, I like to use, chalk and cheese. First 10 was chalk, this is cheese. Remarkable improvement in the running. Brilliant stuff.
How many hours have you been in the sun today?
Got my tan back to where it's supposed to be.
Beautiful running again from this Wildcats team.
How many dots in this inning so far? Can you see that for us, Mr. Daniel? Ah, papers, save your legs. That's gone to the boundary. Talk about purring. Oh, he's gone to 50. What a 50 it's been from Phillips. He took his time going. He certainly played some really good shots.
Can't, but I reckon you're looking at around 40. Well, they went 22 balls without scoring. Phillips goes again. Can we get the single? They went 22 without scoring.
Yeah, you could be right.
French scorer alone bowled 22. That's right, I've done it with the service here. Schaefer bowled 22 dot balls. Oof, there's another one.
And that's what I say. So just on that alone, half of those singles, you add 10 runs to it, to this total. You're looking at 110 with 3 overs to go. Certainly in a better position. That's still with the others still to go as well. And like I said, these youngsters, they'll learn all that. Dot balls, you want to minimize those. I think the senior team have KPIs as well when they're batting to keep that less. And I wonder what that be. Is that 20 or 30?
So there was 40 in the first 10 overs. This isn't even counting wickets. It's just pure dot balls. So it was 40 in the first 10 overs. $16 so far, and that one there 17. So that is 57 dot balls so far in this innings.
And if you just run ones for half of them,
you'll be lifting a trophy.
28. You add 28 runs to that total right now. And that is why, like I said, you're talking about these youngsters, but also in the senior game, the importance of a single, and more coaches are talking about how important the singles are because it stops the amount of dot balls. Because dot balls really stops that whole momentum. 26 runs added to this with 3 overs to go. Ah, beautifully put away. Square of the wicket. I reckon game on here.
It's an average of 3.3 dot balls and over. So that's over half the over. That's average to dot ball.
Yeah, I know in 50 over cricket, we certainly try, certainly if you're in the field, these 300 balls. Go on, Ariel. Just be one. Certainly, if you're the bowling team, you want to bowl 100 dot balls or more. So you want to take 100 dot balls out. You want to take 100 balls out the game. It leaves you 200 balls. And likewise, if you're batting, you want to be far less than that. And it just, well, look at this running now. Andy, pressure's on. And I think in this format of the game, I think you're looking at 24 dot balls. Say that will be 4 overs. It's T20 cricket. You don't want to be facing less than 4 overs of what you should be.
So it's 40 in 10 overs, 17 in the last 8. Hindsight's a beautiful thing, eh?
Oh, it's just a learning thing as well, and I hope that these youngsters will go and look at this and see where they could have gone better, what they could have done better. And that is what it's all about. And just with all the resources, the streaming going out, these are resources that these youngsters must cherish and take with them. Oh, he has absolutely clubbed that. 1 bounce 4, more papers. The paper writer's out.
Well, he stepped up as Phillips. 63 moves on to. This has been a solid innings.
Club that onto the onside again. Work to be done. But this is the first time that the Dragons have been forced to just have the 4 inside the ring. Oh, is that going to go all the way? Chase is on. Just to stop that, in fact, it's going to be given as a no ball. Given as a no ball, not sure why.
Well, nothing comes of it for low.
That will be a wide.
And that wide brings up the 50 partnership. These two came together at 69. 33 from Phillips, 14 from Cluter. Another misfield. The fielding's just not been great today from the Dragons. We're actually in the under 11 final. The Eagles, they really are. They lost the game, but they fielded so well. They must have saved a good 20 runs just from their fielding. That's in the air. It's going to be safe, though.
Oh, no.
The spin of a cricket ball when it comes off the edge. 4 more. This is becoming a superb knock from Phillips.
Saw that the other day in Pietermaritzburg, where the player ran left. Ball hit the surface and then passed him on the right. He won't be the first cricketer or the last cricketer that this has happened. He came steaming in. Now the old reverse comes out. I think this will just be buys, though. And now the running is good, and now there could have been a chance for a third. Not now. And I think, Andy, just to go back to the fielding, I think this is the very first time that the Dragons are put under pressure in the field, and you can see it.
Well, at the end of the 19th, they've managed to drag themselves back into this. 126 for 4. Now, one last big push at the end of this innings. This is, I feel, a very, very pivotal over in the context of this game. Iron set.
Well, can they get up to 135? 8 runs away, 2 blows, gets them there. Who's on strike? Phillips. Anything is possible here.
There's a good pickup, good fielding. Kept it down to the 1.
It was a good pickup. He's running there to the new strips that's being laid down here at Boland Park. Made that look very, very easy indeed.
Another quick single. Oh, chance of a run out. Fumble in the field. Oh, that was there to be hit. Will it be caught? Yes, it will. Phillips got hold of it, but he didn't get all of it. But a fantastic innings from him. 69 off 54 balls. 10 fours, 1 6. He really has helped his team nudge along. He came in, and his team were in trouble. His 50 partnership with Kluter has put some respectability on the scoreboard of these Wildcats. 129 for 5.
No, it's a super little knock. That was little. Well, it was a super knock. There's nothing little about it from Phillips. He's given his team half a chance. I said to you, the 2 men with yellow pads and yellow helmet covers, they certainly did the business. What can they do in the remaining balls that remain here?
Two to go as Jonathan Searle joins us for these final 2 balls. The order of the day is get some wood on bat, which he fails to do.
Oh, what a final over this is for the Dragons. It's all about momentum as well. How much momentum can you take with you into that second innings with either bat or ball? And this over might just give the Dragons that much needed momentum to go in there with bat in hand. Final ball.
Big appeal, nothing coming, but the 130 has just been edged. Searle was given the run, so clearly hit the bat. And at the halfway stage of the BOLANDT20 under 14 finals, the Wildcats have the runs on the board. Is it enough? We'll be back when the Dragons come and chase down 130, 131 to win the BOLANDT20. Welcome back to Boland Park. The final of the under-14s, BOLANDT20. The Wildcats finally made it to 130. You might not think that's enough, but this bowling attack is pretty special. Nathan Phillips, 13 wickets. Brian James Knott, 11. Jean de Klerk, 9. They top the wicket list, all three of them. Nathan Phillips, 6 for 15 is best. Brian James Knott, 3 for 11. And 4 for 9, Jean de Klerk. Averages 7.9, 6.5 and 8.6 respectively. That puts that 130 into some perspective. My name is Andy Daniel, and with me is Eugene Molian. Those are some interesting stats.
Interesting stats, interesting figures. If they can live up to that, this run chase, well, it might not be that easy for the Dragons. Time will tell.
And it's Jean de Klerk who will get us underway with ball in hand. Facing Ruben Oppenlander.
Big final, this.
Wide given down leg. Almost got a little tickle on that. I think a few of the lads thought there was at one stage, but Jonathan Searle is keeping wicket for the Wildcats.
Oh, that's a good effort. Having away to his left just to stop any extra runs that could have happened there. Ball racing away potentially to the boundary.
Slower ball there from de Klerk. He's looping slightly. But picked from Oppenlander.
(131), that's a target.
There's two there. He runs round the ball a bit strangely. Does the fielder, Joel Nathanson.
Well, a lot of things happened there. First, the point fielder touched the ball, parried around the corner. And already the running has been a lot easier and a lot more pleasing to the eye, even in this first over from the Dragons.
Oppenlander, top score of 55 in this tournament so far. 100 runs have now come up for him. At a strike rate of exactly 100. Run a ball, man. Quick running in the wicket. It's lively out there, Eugene.
As I said, they've learned their lesson. They're saying, we don't want dot balls, we'll just run.
Liam van Schoot is at the other end. No number on his back. He's a little bit chilly, so he's got his jumper on. High score of 36 for him, average of 23.7.
That just shows how easy it is just to get singles in the ground. 6 from the first. As easy as you like.
When these two met earlier in the tournament, the Dragons won by 3 wickets. With 2 balls to spare.
Chasing what?
103. He was on the B field at Bridge House, but 19 extras against 14 extras, and look who wins the Dragons. Oh, it's a lovely shot, de Klerk. Can't believe that that's just skewed down the field for 4. Just nurdled away from the keeper. Boundary to finish off the over from French score. He's come out fighting. 7 for him off the first over. 2 for Oppenland and de Klerk. Not having it all his own way.
Well, shall we say he steered that? Who cares? It's gone for 4. And just like that, that first over's concluded. 10 on the board. And already they're ahead.
Joel Nathanson with the ball in hand.
Yeah. Seamer steaming in, and the keeper's going to be standing up. It's just my eyes. Do the Wildcats look a lot taller than the Dragons?
Well, they're all in matching kit for a change. That'll excite you. Ooh, bowling like that won't, though. John Nathanson, 4 wickets so far in the tournament. 1 excellent display of 4 for 13. His average is 9.3 there. So economy of 4.1. Good start from the Dragons, though.
Well, the wides will help. 2 already in this over.
In the race for the MVP, Brian James Knott, Nathan Phillips and Jean de Klerk are 2nd, 3rd and 4th. It's super close. 42 points each for Guillaume and Knott. 41 for Phillips. 38 for de Klerk. So bowling points here. For a custom-made DMP bat is looking close.
I was talking in excess of 10 grand, that. What a prize it is.
You're saying it's better than my old Slazenger V20?
Oh, far better. Custom made. I think that's where the cue is.
They've been a fantastic sponsor of DMP to this tournament. We thank them for their support and the prizes they've been given and discounts to the players and all of those good things, as well as rain. Thirsty. And, of course, the Pile Royals allowing us to play on their pitch as well.
Well, that's just around the corner, isn't it? The SA20. Starts December the 26th, the old Boxing Day.
Quick single. Won't go down as a run though. There we go.
Was that a bit harsh?
No. I thought it was very wide.
Not very lean into these under 14s, are they? Saw a few umpires lean into the professional team the other day.
Decent end to the over from Nathanson. 4 off it. 15 for none. Extras, extras.
Oh, for the Wildcats, they need a few tidy overs. They need to put a bit of pressure on it. The ring fielders need to be aware there could be singles coming.
Oh, it's a beauty from de Klerk. Just watch it fly past the bat.
Really getting in the ear of the batsman here. See the keeper come up there as well.
Another one just trying to draw Funchko into a shot. Loose. Copy and paste, copy and paste.
Oh, make that 3 in a row. See, they need a tidy over. Could this be that tidy over?
Gone. Now it's super tidy. Funchko's frustrations get the better of him. And de Klerk's got his wicket.
Well, just going off the delivery. It was a little bit shorter. He thought he could hit that away over mid-on. Only managing to cloth that to that man at mid-on. That's the first wicket to go with a score on 15. That's what 3-dot balls do. Builds pressure. Pressure brings wickets.
Straight into the hands of Knott. He was never going to drop that. Throws the dummy. Leaves the Klerk clutching at air. Sorry, man, but that's going to be a highlight reel, and you're not going to enjoy that, de Klerk. Dummy and go. He knows he's been done, but he's probably not going to care at the moment. He's got the first wicket of the innings.
Oh, now then.
Now, Thomas Bourbon Leftley. Now in.
wonder if his brother's Christian. Who played in the BOLANDT20.
With a surname like that, I'm gonna guess.
It's only one. Can't be many.
We also had an Oppenlander in the under-11 final. And now we've got one in the middle. And as the scoreboard says, Eugene, a wicket maiden. I thank you. A wicket maiden, Fred de Klerk. And that's why he is up there fighting for the honours of the MVP of this tournament. 15 for 1 after 4.
Well, you can get that one. I'll still say maiden wicket.
You can say it, but you're wrong.
Well, 3 overs done and dusted.
Nathanson still having problems with these wides.
Yeah, that is going to be probably not a good sight for anybody. Amount of wides being bowled.
As you mentioned, these Wildcats very noisy out there. Quick single, misfield.
What happens if you can put and apply some pressure just by running between the wickets on the fielders. Sometimes you make it with consummate ease.
I thought about it, sent him back. Oppenlander decides to stick rather than twist. Oh, that's a lovely shot. Down on one knee. Pulls it behind square. And a 4 for the opener, Ruben Oppenlander.
Well, he's picked us up very, very nicely indeed. And with only 2 fielders out in this power play, there's plenty of gaps outside this ring.
Come back from Nathanson. End of the over. 4 gone. 22 for 1. Well, the decision is to keep de Klerk on, especially if Boland attacks as strong as the Wildcats. You can afford to do so.
Well, looks like there's other big men to follow. He's sticking with the pace option. Let's see if there's a spin option.
Again from de Klerk, that line just outside the off stump. It's proving difficult to get away at the moment.
What he's done is just bowled at one side of the wicket and allows the captain just to set the field accordingly so far.
Nathan Phillips' bat points have been added. He's now in the lead for the MVP award. That's a good shot. That run all the way. Well, indeed, another 4 now for Oppenlander.
Yeah, it just eludes the mid-wicket man there. Put in a dive. But once it gets past the inner ring, you can bet yourself it's going to go to the boundary.
There's that shot again. Oh, one step out for Oppenlander. Carved away. Never going to catch that. Oh, it's good fielding down there. From the Wildcats, Joel Nathanson.
Yeah, did well. Did well, the youngster. Looked like that ball was nearly getting away from him. Put in a dive. And then what I liked is the sweeper man coming around and assisting his man, hunting in pairs. That's what you like to see in the outfield.
Oh, no, they're going to send him back just quickly enough. Oppenlander. Manages to turn quickly enough. 29 for 1 at the end of the 5th.
Well, this game is evenly poised, I would say. Fairly evenly poised. Field, you can see it can only have 2 men out. Deep backward square and third man. Those are the only 2 from the picture you saw early on.
Nathan Phillips then. Another one of those, just hunting for points and race for the MVP. First one goes straight through. Pretty quick for a 14-year-old.
He looks pretty strong as well. Looks like he can run in. Did a job with bat in hand.
And a bit of afters. These boys are fired up, no doubt about it. under the lights at Boland Park. You've been waiting around all day, waiting for your chance. Ready to burst.
Watch that very carefully down there, third man.
You watch that ball spinning in the first innings. Away from people. Fielders, we've all been there. Short. Dispatched 4. Openlander making moves. Too short from Phillips.
Was short, but that's not best of fielding that at mid-wicket. Just sort of put a hand out to say, taxi. And that ball just beating him. Not sure Phillips was impressed by that.
You don't be impressed by that as well. But that was certainly his own fault. Short, wide, flicked over. For another 4, back-to-back 4s for Oppenlander.
Let me tell you, this is a good shot. Just use the pace. Ball was going down the leg side, and he just said, all right, get on the outside of that. And just flick this all the way. Look at the positioning he gets into. There you go. Beautifully picked up.
Good comeback from Phillips. End of the power play. 38 for 1.
That's what's been impressive here by Boland. Phillips gets it down with some heat on, but he just uses the pace so well. And even that pull shot, the ball before, played that so nicely. Still, we're not seeing any spin. That's a power play done and dusted.
24 for 3 at this stage with the Wildcats. Samuels into the attack. Mateo Samuels. Had a good tournament with the bat. I want to find some form, no doubt. Ball in hand.
Another one seems like he's hitting the bat fairly hard. Like the Wildcats have got a very, very strong seam attack. You tend to think they got a good bowling attack. Well, it's just been seam so far.
Best figures of 3 for 21 for Samuels. 4 wickets in the tournament so far.
Oh dear.
He's not going to get wickets with balls like that. That's great fielding.
That is magnificent stuff. The file neck fielder there.
Dante Amsterdam. Coming around on the sweep, beating the third man to it. Little dive. Saves a couple of runs. That's just nerdled down to third man for another single. Look how high that ball went.
Yeah.
Plenty of bounce in this pile pitch.
Well, no one stood a chance there.
Boland seems to enjoy that shot. Down to Luke Peckham. Third man, and all of a sudden he takes himself to 23. A nice start. There it is again. Oh, a misfield this time. Is that going to allow the second? Yeah, it is. He'll be annoyed with himself, no doubt. Will Peckham.
It's all of the same, though. It's all of the same. These batters are just utilizing the pace. This is smart batting by the Dragons. They're not trying to overhit the ball. They're just using the pace, guiding it down to third man, running hard. And when they get a chance to hit a boundary, they put it away. Been very impressive.
Busy, Mr. Peckham. Partnership of 31 so far, 46 for 1.
You don't see it that often in this format of the game. But when you see batters utilizing that pace so much, do you really need a deep backward square on the boundary? Maybe use that fella to just plug that hole inside the ring on the offside to stop that run down. Trying to get them to force, hit the ball to a different part. Still no spin, more seam.
What's your kind of point around the no spin? You want to see some spin, or you just?
Yeah, I love to see it, just a bit of variety, because batters get into a rhythm. They're in the rhythm now, just facing seam after seam after seam. Yes, it's different bowlers, but you just get used to the pace. And as we can see there, they're just trying to guide that down to third man. They're not trying to hit the ball in front of square, because they're just saying to themselves, listen, we'll just utilize the pace on offer and guide that down to third man, or even point, or even down to the sweeper on the offside. If it's spin, you're telling him, right, there's no pace on the ball. We're telling you, right, you generate the pace all you want. That's the time you can get into lofting the ball. Yeah, this looks all good. Beating the bat. Batter's annoyed, and again, this is part where you just have to put those balls behind you. Can't show the opposition that you're frustrated with yourself for missing 2 balls.
Oh. Well, didn't miss that time.
Oh, no.
Nobody likes to see that.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. Poor lad. Leftly. Well, the wicket-keeper's reaction tells you everything there. I think this would be a good time to take a little break and just let Boland leftly.
No one's running on with any haste here to help him out. Maybe just a swig of water.
A little jog from the coach.
Well, just pump his... Yeah, well, the coach just put it in there, but I mean, just pump the old legs. Coach is there now. You'll just stand over him. You okay, fella?
Let me rub your back a little bit. There's literally nothing anyone can do for that poor boy at the moment. Some deep breaths is probably...
The only thing I'll say to that is, I just hope the protective... Oh, looks like he's heading off, is he?
Yeah, I think he's going to retire hurt here, Boland leftly. And maybe come back in after the next wicket.
He's not walking the same way he walked onto this pitch. Unfortunate for the youngster. Yeah, that's happened to every cricketer, and if it hasn't happened to you yet, it will happen to you. That's the equivalent of running into a prop forward trying to tackle you. It's not a wicket down, but is that the break that the Wildcats needed here?
Possibly the Dragons, I would say, are in a strong position at the moment. .3 overs gone. Let's hope we see Bournemouth Leftly again.
I'm sure we'll see him if a wicket falls. Just need some time off. Sometimes those will just act as a little bit of a shock to the system.
Lowe comes out to take his place. So still 46 for 1. Dondre Lowe. Will face his first ball. Big appeal. Umpire says no.
You don't have the best of angles, but it looks like that ball is going down the leg side.
We've got a chirpy wicketkeeper, Eugene. A chirpy wicketkeeper.
Aren't they all? They all are.
You'd never believe I played wicketkeeper.
No chance. And that's what I mean. And they just utilize the pace. Now the keeper's done himself a disservice there. But just utilizing the pace, nudging it into the outfield, setting off for a quick run. There we go. Here's another example of it. And if the Dragons get through on this final, they'll just look simply at the amount of singles they've taken.
Eight overs gone now. 9 extras already been shovelled the way of the Dragons. Run rate 6.13. They need 6.8. They're there or thereabouts. That's quick from Samuels. He was expensive in his first over. 9 off it. Maybe looking to sharpen it up a little bit for this one.
You know what I'm going to say? Daniel? You know what I'm going to say?
Use the pace. Third man's actually stood off the field at the moment. He's walking on. That's how deep he is. Oh, there's pace. And that has cut Lowe in half. Gone straight through him. Cleaned up the wickets, and Samuels takes the second wicket of the match.
Well, lessons will be learnt here. Playing far too square. You've got to play the ball with a straight bat here. You'll get more runs at Boland Park. And that just went through him. If you look at the way he's played this. Oh, plays straight back down. That hit the top of middle. And Samuel's happy about that. Can't look at the pitch for that. Just the execution of the shot. Just has to be a little bit better.
Chopped it down onto his own stumps. Cupido makes his way into the middle as we are poised on 49 for 2. Here it is again.
It's just went through him just because of that angle bat. Top of middle, that will tell you all you need to know. Got to hit the ball straighter. Straight bat shots gives you value.
Get him Cupido. Is it more sixes than he has fours? It's only 2-1, but there we go. High score of 22, not out. 36 runs in the tournament so far. A couple of boundaries to get them kick-started again here would really help, but as this game progresses, it starts to get a bit tighter and a bit squeakier.
How many balls has he faced in the 36 runs that he scored in this? What is his strike rate, I should probably ask you.
103.
Just a tick above around a ball.
Average of 18. He's only batted, this is his third innings, so. Averaged 18 over 2 innings.
That's the 50. Comes up for the Dragons.
Oh! It's another absolute jaffer. Cuts back Opalander. The danger man. He was just building nicely. But we spoke about this Wildcats bowling attack before the game. They've backed their seam bowlers to do the job. And that was an absolute beauty.
Let me tell you, firstly, about this delivery. He knows where the stumps are. He knows how to celebrate. But he's just managed to get a very, very big wicket. A man that was well set, well poised to take the Dragons close to the line, if not over it. He's managed to castle him. Now then, game on here, folks. Maybe that ball just keeping lower than what he thought. And here's the ball skidding on. Now under the lights. Youngsters probably not used to that. Well, I would say they're not used to that.
We saw some uneven bounce earlier from the other end in the under-11s. One of the wickets hit the deck and just rolled straight through and went under the bat. That was quick, though. And the man who did the job with the ball in the first innings, Schaefer, 22 dot balls out of 24. Well, he can't afford to replicate it with the bat. He needs to get a very stalling ship going again. With a little run down to third man. Surprise, surprise. Nice and easy. Oh, and a misfield. Schaefer makes it back for 2. Still things like that. They kill you as a bowler.
Just don't get it. Bring up deep square. Put him in that gap there because there's been several runs. I mean, if you look at the spoke of this wagon wheel of the Dragons, you'll see plenty of runs down to third man. Their seamers are doing a job. I, for one, was asking for something different. Well, what do you know, Huge? These youngsters sticking to the speaking to the seam. A bit of a tongue twister there. Sticking to the seam.
Well, steaming in. 52 for 3. A fantastic over from Samuels. 2 wickets for him. 52 for 3. Huge. Do these boys just need to go back to trying to get some singles, trying to get it up, moving again? Is this the case now? No panic stations quite yet?
Nah, no, there's no panic stations. What? They're 3 down. They've got a man that's retired, hurt. He can still come back in. It's definitely not panic stations. There's still lots of time. The thing is, you can't just dot it up. By the looks of it, the Dragons don't want to dot it up. They've been taking some singles. They've ran the twos quite hard. And lo and behold, a bowling change. And lo and behold, it's Seam.
Jason Moody comes on.
Oh, my word.
What's that? Thank his wicket keeper later for that. And that would have been one of the worst run-outs I've ever seen if Schaefer hadn't got back there. Moody 2 for 16, best. He's only bowled 2 overs so far in this tournament. So obviously an economy of 8. 2 for 16 in 2 overs.
How many bowlers have we seen so far in this innings? 5?
This is
6.
number 6.
All Seam.
So no, this is number 5. Jason de Klerk did 3 overs, didn't he?
Oh, run out chance.
Oh, it's a beauty.
He's gone. He is gone. Oh, he's lying down there. But he's got to dust himself off and trudge off down back to the sheds because that has been brilliant, brilliant bit of fielding. The one-handed pickup. He only had 1 and a bit stumps to aim at. And that's all he needed. Well, panic stations.
Well, it felt like the brakes were being applied, didn't they? Cupido. Oh, he's way short. It was a good throw, good hit. Cupido walks for 1.
Oh, no. Oh, no, he knows that. And he's the one that called him through for that single as well. And you've only got to look in the mirror and look at yourself. Why, oh, why?
I think it may have been Harry Cluter that got to that ball.
Well, looks like the youngster's back out there. He's had some time off.
Checked everything's in order, and he's back on.
Yeah, BL is back. Oh, he was way short. The more I look at it, the more you just have to ask the question.
Great fielding, though. Can't take that away from him. Direct hits. Moody. No foot movement at all from Shaver.
Well, I think he just needs to wheel the willow. Because that foot was nowhere near. Look at this. Boom. Stumps hit. Oh, no. He hit the stumps before he even dived. That's how short he was. But, yeah, rightly so. One-handed pickup. 1 and a bit stumps to aim at. Boom. Direct hit.
Good again from Moody. This was the bowling attack we spoke about before. Eugene the purist wants some spin, but why would you? 53 for 4.
Whoever puts these sides together, they know what they're doing and what they're looking forward
That's
to.
why you're up here with me.
Well, yeah.
Again. Just that line outside off stump.
I love seeing Seam. Don't get me wrong. I love seeing youngsters running in, hit the deck. But I also love seeing Gale, seeing the spin option.
You've got to be careful what you wish for, because we've had 20 overs of seam on this pitch, spin before on this pitch. You don't want that again, do you?
Well, that's not. They said about that. Off he goes, dashing off. Oh no, he's limping now. I think he hasn't recovered yet, Andy.
Mm. Who do you think was the best bowler for the under-13s last year, Eugene? I'll let you look over.
Yeah, he's probably a Wildcats bowler.
Correct.
You're probably going to tell me it's Moody, but he's only bowled 2 overs in this
16 wickets last year, 4 for 13, economy of 2.28, and an average of 3.7. And we know he can bat. There's your best clue I can give you.
Well, I gave him an answer.
What did he say?
Moody.
No, it's Nathan Phillips.
Was it? Still think the batting lineup was wrong then from the Wildcats. Anyway, who am I? I just commentate on the game. Samuels. Well, Willie hit the stumps again.
Who was the MVP for the under-13s last year?
I'm going to go with Moody.
Nathan Phillips.
Well, don't ask me another question because I'm going to say Nathan Phillips and then you're going to say no, it was Moody.
No, Moody finished third in the batting stats last year.
Oh.
Mateo Samuels was second, and Ruben Guillaume, who was in the running for MVP this year from the Eagles, he was top of it. So these boys have turned up again this year. Brian James not as well. He was second on the MVP list last year as the Wildcats played 6, won 6, and then won the whole lot for the under-13. So they're looking to go back to back.
What's that they say? The cream shall rise to the top.
Cats love cream.
Oh, he's going to hit.
Oh, the fumble. And he gets away with it. He was a bit too high for a genuine LB shout.
Oh, he must have had a little bit of a bat on that. The umpire's not showing anything.
No interest. Bourbon Leftly. Back out there after a quite sickening blow. Well, shots like that, he's going to forget that injury very quickly. Scythed away for 4 and a much needed one for the Dragons.
They say fear the wounded animal. And Bourbon Lefty has put that away with consummate ease.
Oh, great come up from Samuels. I don't know. He doesn't know how that's missed.
Went over middle stump.
Leftley is very lucky to still be there.
Literally went over middle stump.
Oh, that's gone into no man's land. Your favourite fielder, Eugene?
Yeah, no man's land, always a good spot. And, well, no, he can't even run back.
Oh, he's in a bit of pain, is Leftley. Another 2 to add to his total. 61 for 4. 11 gone. Oh, you're back in now, Eugene. 9 to go. Run rate needs to be around 7.5. Just creeping.
Well, Wildcats are really making it tough for them. What would you do? Would you make Bourbon Lefty back? Or would you send in somebody else? Looks like he can do a job.
I think it's the striking that I'd be worried about. It's the running. Moody stays on. Schaefer just nudges a single around the corner.
Run rate required, just a tick under 8 runs to the over. And that has been a struggle to get to. It was only in the last few overs where we saw the Wildcats really add to that and really hit some lusty blows, thanks to you to Phillips.
70 for 54 for the layman out there. Big swing from Bourbon Leftley. He'll be happy to be walking. But he does. Yeah, He's struggling, and I'm genuinely not laughing about the situation because we've all been there. But it's like that. Let's not go into details.
Yeah, I think he's probably one of the last recognised batsmen in this team, potentially, if he is still out there. Now, how many times have we seen this fella miss the ball outside that off stump? He should just either try and bat on off stump, make it a little bit easier for him to get to the ball, or literally just swing through the line. Got to get going here because the rate is going above 8.
5 off 11 balls for Schaefer. Bowman Leftley at least 14 off 20. Don't fancy that.
I hope we can get another picture, possibly from this end. We'll ask our producer once you see. Hopefully, we'll see a seamer bowl from the top end, because I just want to pay careful attention to the keeper. And if you look at his stance, it's fairly wide, and that is difficult to get weight transferred from either left to right. Maybe we can see it even from this angle, but it will be best when the keeper's down after this over.
Talking stance or starting position here?
Just his stance.
No, it is very.
It's extremely wide. Yeah, it is. Keeping it is very much a specialist position. Like the hooker in rugby, the prop forwards, the kickers. Look at that. It's fairly wide. And he would best be trying to narrow that, make it a little bit easier to move.
There's the angle that we're looking for. Thank you.
Well, how many balls he's missed outside the off stump? If I'm you, the bowler, I'll be just saying, okay, dot ball, move on. Because the run rate has gone up to 8.3 to the over.
This game's starting to drift away from the Dragons as we pan across Boland Park. There's that shot for you again, Eugene.
Yeah, and it's easier to go from one side to the. It's when it's a little bit wider. So what will happen is there will be a delay in transferring your weight from left to right, or you will just make a smaller stride. That is this coach on the field just speaking to Boland Leftley to say, listen, can you go on? He understands now that the singles are also important. Sometimes a coach just need to make that decision as well. Don't leave it up to the player. I think that's best. You are struggling out there. So he's going to go off again.
Yeah, and also there's that nagging fear in the back of your mind that it's going to happen again as well, which can definitely put you off. Certainly, if you're worried about that, you're not going to be worried about where you're going to place your next shot.
Now the umpire's going off.
Whether he's allowed to come back on again.
No, will still be injured. We all saw him getting injured.
Yeah.
He tried to get on again, and he's gone off just injured again. Sometimes common sense should prevail.
Especially at this age as well.
Yeah, 100%. Everybody's out there to give of their best. He's struggling to do that at the minute. Maybe 5 or so minutes still will help him.
Well, let's see what Norton Phillips can bring to the party.
Spin. It's spin.
No. If this boy takes 4 wickets now in this over, I'm never speaking to you again. I'm just walking out the door.
Well, you know he only needs to get 1.
No, I know. We'll never hear the last of it unless we're getting cut and stuck on Instagram tonight. Brian James not.
He only needs to get 1 to turn. Oh, look at that wide stance now.
7 wickets for Not last year in the under-13s. 2 for 9. Best economy 3.45. Love to keep that up now. Oh no, please don't give it.
Umpire, what are you doing to me?
I told you I'd have walked.
What are you doing to me?
If spin wins this match, I will never hear the last of it. I'm blocking you. I'm blocking you. Gone for another sweep.
Third appeal.
Down leg.
Be careful of the third appeal. The dreaded third appeal.
I'd like Phillips to stop sweeping.
Good luck with that. The third appeal didn't work. It needed to be a bit more.
There was no gusto in that, was there?
No.
Well, Knott's in a good battle with Phillips at the moment. Phillips is walking away, coming back. Oh, that was the first one. It's not far off, is it? Down on one knee. Phillips carves it away pretty ungamely for 1. And I think he'd be pleased he's off strike.
Well, you're just worried about the next 2 balls. That's what you're worried about. Big fellas on strike.
2 half volleys.
No.
It's bowled well so far. There's not.
No, it's going down the leg side. I mean, not sure what you're appealing for.
He's a little wry smile on Knott's face. He's just appealing to appeal sake. Nice little battle this, though. Not right on the money so far.
Whoa.
Don't expend too much emotion, Mr. Knott. You've got to come back and do it all again in a minute. Just 1 off the over, though. And is this game starting to drift away from the Dragons? Eugene Molian?
Oh, you spoke about dangerous period for the Dragons. I think it's reached those moments now. The Cats, they've come alive here under the lights at Boland Park.
8 overs to go. Run rate that is needed, 8.5.
Well, if you think about the previous overs, it's going for 1. 8.5 is miles away.
Swing and a miss by a long way from Phillips. Moody back on for his 3rd.
I'm not sure why he's so unhappy bowling a dot ball.
Got to come back for the second. Have to come back from the second. I think he's in. He is indeed.
Well, he had to go. Took a while to get back for the second. But 2 runs it is. So whoever's down there at fine leg has got some arm on him. Because that came in 1 bounce to the keeper. Going to be a wide. .64 from 40 deliveries. We'll keep an eye on that gap. Between runs and balls. Going to be 15 now. Oh, is that right? 15? Is my math correct? No. 20.
64 from 39 balls.
No, I don't know what I'm saying. It's more like 20 odd. No.
24 is the
I was
difference.
right.
Is that what you're trying to get to?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get to. Maths was terrible there.
Had a long day, Mr. Monian.
Coming back for the second again.
Much better running this time from Phillips. Gets himself back in there.
When was the last boundary? A while ago.
10.4. When it was hit down here by Borbin Leftley.
Oh dear.
Ooh. Where's the backing up? Phillips aggressively running. Gets a second from the lack of backing up from the Wildcats.
Seeing a little bit of deja vu. Better running always comes here after the 12th over, it seems.
Yeah, well, this run right now creeping up towards 10. 62 needed from 38. 24 for your maths. Just stuck to that line, hasn't he, for the whole over as Moody finishes his third. He's only conceded 11 off 3. And the Dragons are going to start to need something special. They're going to need 10 and over. They need exactly 60 if they are to win this cricket match. And the final of the BOLANDT20 under 14s, as we see those amazing sponsors of ours at the back there, Rain, DMP, Thirsty, and of course the Par Royals. More spin to make Eugene happy. Not. How many appeals are we going to get this time?
Well, he's had about 4 or 5. Should be one more, I guess.
Interesting. The batsman's not moving from the side he's bowling from.
Yeah, it's a thing that has crept in to cricket. I see it a lot now. And all it is they don't want to run on the softer ground on the other side of the pitch, because if you run on the harder surface, they say you'll definitely get there a lot quicker. Well, that's not my problem.
There's the perfect angle of your wide stance you were talking about. I think that's the best example we've had so far, Eugene. You can talk us through it maybe on the next ball if they could use that camera angle for us.
Yeah, so I don't mind it so much with the keeper standing up, because there's not much distance to travel here. He gets nice and low. You can see him nice and low there. And he comes up. So there's not much movement because he's so close to the stumps. I, to a degree, don't mind that. It's when he's going back. It's got to be a little bit more shorter, that stride, because you've got to be able to be nimble to go left and right.
But what if that ball drifts down the leg side and he needs to shuffle across quickly, and especially with a spinner, is he going to struggle?
Yeah, he will to a degree.
Everyone's got a bad ball in him, is what I'm saying.
I get that, but what's going to happen there is, with the stance, your hands will go first. So with the hands that go, that will give you that momentum as you're shifting to that leg side, so to speak. Because he's standing up, the distance between him and the ball is not that great. It's when it's further back, where if you work on angles, and yeah, I have been good at maths, believe it or not, but when you work at angles, the greater the angle, the more you're going to cover more area. So if you look at all the best keepers, they had that ability to have good feet about them. That there is just maybe just encourage a little bit, I don't want to say laziness, but it will discourage you from getting to left or your right hand side a little bit quicker. But it works for him. And like I said, these youngsters, they will still be working and developing on their trade, wherever it is, whether it's bowling or keeping. 11.2 is the rate now.
Moody with his fourth and final.
That to me is a good example. If we can see this ball again, and if you look at the keeper, Now, the ball already started wide and went. And all the keeper did was, because of that wide stance, he just sort of dived to the right hand side. Whereas if he had a little bit of a shorter stride, he would actually move with the ball a lot quicker and a lot better. Well, that's going to go for buys, unfortunately.
That might be your perfect example right there, Eugene. I'll say it so that you don't have to.
And as I said, they'll learn.
Yeah, I'm saying we're not being overcritical.
No, 100%.
You're actually trying to educate, and certainly there's a good example for him. There.
See, and the feet just gets in the way, and then it goes through. Much needed four, though, for the batting side, around the wicket.
But what we'll say about the wicket is he's got a very good set of hands on him, Jonathan Searle, as we saw with some good glove work earlier on.
Yeah, he has. Let me tell you. I think from what I've seen in this game, I think there is a lot for these boys to really enjoy and like about what they're doing. And let's not forget, these are only under 14s. There's an age group where I never played cricket. Didn't even think about cricket.
No, this is what this tournament's so good. The opportunities for these young men to not worry about their exams on a Saturday afternoon, get out of revision,
True.
and play some pretty good cricket. But Schaefer has finally worked away, but unfortunately this game is slipping away from the Dragons at the moment. To 11.3, 82 for 4.
Yeah, one's not cutting the mustard here. We need to find a boundary or 3.
Schaefer 9 off 23, Phillips 8 off 13. Phillips has got to have a go now. And that line has just been consistent from Moody. And why have they struggled so much to get the ball away? Would you not change it? You know it's coming. Get that front step in early. Get to the pitch of the ball.
Yeah, there's two ways of looking at it. That's one way of it. Just get closer to it. Get closer to off stump. Or the other one is just play the ball a little bit later and wait for the ball to get to you. And go reaching for it. Oh, that's going to be a wide. That was so close to being a no ball. I think this will be Moody, though. This might be his spell. This is the other thing that I wouldn't say concerns me about sort of this format of the game. Well, there he gets a wicket. That's his cloth to cover. And that's 5 down. And well, will we see Boland lefty come in? Not sure. But 5 wickets. That's what the Dragons are down now.
Yeah, Moody gets his deserved that wicket, to be fair. 4 overs, 14 runs, 1 wicket. Economy of 3.7. Just doesn't get hold of it at all. Bit of extra bounce maybe. And that is one of the easiest catches that Nathan Phillips will ever take.
Yeah, and just to complete the story I was saying, it's just, my concern is here where you see bowlers run in. They normally bowl, for T20 cricket, they normally bowl spells of 2 overs, maybe a third, if you're a seamer. But it is in the longer format, the 50 over. And what I need to say about that is, I haven't seen many of these youngsters that are bowling fit. You always struggle once you get past 2 overs or 3 overs. You can see it in the bowling, the ball doesn't come out as quick. And yes, there are bowling guidelines where we are protecting the seamers a little bit. Where they can only bowl a maximum of 6 overs, or at this level, I think it is 4 or 5. I think it might be 5 over spells. as a seamer, but this is only T20 cricket. So there is that. But you want it to be, they want him to be as fit as possible and running in. We always say bowling fit. Well, spinners, still on. Get me one.
Valley Basson is in. He won't face the first ball, though. Schaefer will. He will not face any ball if he didn't run as quickly as he did there.
Imagine that, being run out without facing a ball.
I saw it in a schools game a couple of weeks back. Girls school game. I can confirm there were tears.
Oh, no.
How's that missed?
Not make the keeper there because his legs are so wide.
Eyes.
Buys?
There's some spin on that ball. I was pretty sure that was an inside edge, but well, he's spinning it Shane Warne style.
Oh, can we have a look at that delivery again? Am I seeing things?
If there is a bit of rough outside outside the off stump, then he found it.
There's plenty of rough. How he's managed to turn that ball and have not bounce and go through the keeper's legs. Well, that's magician stuff, that. This is that delivery.
No, it's come off his foot. It's come off the wicket keeper's foot. That's what.
You sure?
No, watch. Dance down the track. We might want to run. They do eventually. Does Schaefer? Maybe we can see that delivery again.
I'm not so sure, Andy.
I think it hits the wicket keeper's foot.
Oh, then I'm seeing things. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Oh, it's got to be put away. These balls like that, they just need to be put away. You can't be getting a single off full tosses. No ball given.
Why?
Not 100% sure. It didn't look above the hip to me. Kind of a knee area. Maybe it is our eyes. Maybe it is our eyes. That's in the air. Keeper's going to be underneath it. Keeper's going to take it.
It's a free hit, though.
And it is not out.
Yeah.
So, here's that delivery again, surely. No, it's not.
How is that a no ball? Please tell me.
Well, the square leg umpire is the one that's given it by the look that he was getting by the standing umpire.
Right. No, I'm done. Phillips back into the attack. He's got a beaming smile on his face because he knows the equation is a big one.
Indeed, 13.7 with 3 overs to go. There's absolutely no sign of the Dragons getting back into this at the moment.
I don't think they've hit any of the previous 17 overs for 13 runs.
We had
The first one went for 10.
4 byes in the 15th over. The last.
What is impressive by the Wildcats, and that's the look I got from them when they came to the field. They're a lot bigger, a lot taller men, the Wildcats, compared to the Dragons. And you can see why. They've got a good seam bowling attack. Oh, slower ball on the keeper. He's now looking at the bowler and saying, listen, what am I supposed to do about that?
4 byes. The last 4 to be hit off the bat was Bobbin left lead down to that third man area. Down to the third man area. 10.4 overs was the last 4 to be hit off the bat. We had 4 byes in the 16th over. And 4 byes just now. So well and good running all the singles, but boundaries are needed to ease pressure.
Well, I think you can start loosening your vocal cords. Or one of these two are going to hit the ball to all parts of Boland Park in the next 2 overs.
As Bumble says, start the car.
In the round robin stage, was there only once they played against each other? Was it twice?
Yeah, no, just the once.
It was a close affair that time as well. I think he said 3 wickets and winning off just with 2 balls to spare.
Well, it was the Dragons that won it. Who got the runs that day? It wasn't a high-scoring game. Yeah, Schaefer 10 off 8. He actually hit a 6. Cupido got 22. He was the top scorer that day.
Yeah, him running himself out today didn't help matters.
Phillips 14. Actually, Schaefer hit the winning runs with a 6 for the last ball. And here's a 6 from Basson.
Well, I said they're going to have to hit the ball to all parts here at Boland Park. That helps because the rate is 17 to the over. 3 more of those. You're up there with the rate, fella.
Should have brought spin on as the 100 comes up. For the Dragons, they could have done with the 100 coming up about 3 or 4 overs ago. I tried to go again. There'll be a single here, or will there be a run out? There'll be a run out. Basson 6 and out. 103 for 6. The Wildcats are walking it.
Well, they're happy out there, those youngsters. It was a good hit. Tried to replicate it, but just hitting it to mid-wicket. We had the presence of mind to just underarm that to the bowler. Sometimes you knew these youngsters, they just have a throw at the stumps themselves. I think what didn't help is he was down on the ground as well, and he knew he was going to be short.
Looks like the bowling attack is going to be the winner today for the Wildcats. 130 was probably around par, I would say, from what we saw from the first finals day, Eugene. But their bowling is really what's finished this game off, isn't it?
Yeah, they have, and I think you called it from the get-go. You said as these men were coming out for that second innings. He said the Wildcats have got a very strong bowling lineup, and that it proved. Down the ground again. I must make a comment here as well, because I've just been watching us for this over. And as much as we talk about the youngsters out there, the umpires need to get in a better position as well. They've got to try and get side on the popping crease. Oh, he's bowled him. Middle peg.
And you kind of feel like he deserves that. He had so many close but no cigar moments earlier. And now he's finally picked up the wicket of Cilliers.
Yeah, he knew he had to go for it. The run rate is way out of control. Well, this is going to be a bridge too far for the Dragons. It looks like the Wildcats have got this sewn up. They've been really, really good in the field.
They have not finishes with figures of 4 overs, 20 runs, 1 wicket, 1 no ball, economy of 5. Perfect in T20. The highest economy of this Wildcats bowling is 6.
Even that ball is moving away off the seam. Well, looks like the Wildcats is going to get the better of the Dragons. Looks like these Dragons are not going to emulate the under-11s early on.
Nathan Phillips and 4 balls away from his team lifting the trophy. It's been an excellent performance in the field by the Wildcats.
As they managed to bat their way to 130. I thought 135, maybe even 140 would have been sort of where I thought they should have been. It should have been there with the amount of dot balls they faced, and we did make mention about that. Again, that's something that they will learn about. But when it comes, he's been given out leg before wicket. But when it's come down to this fielding and this bowling effort, it's been simply magnificent.
Phillips gets his deserved wicket as well. The umpire gave that very quickly. There's a good example of what you were saying earlier. The size difference between these lads. Wildcats just... And of course, they've been together now for a couple of years as well. That always helps. Most of these players
know each other.
Well. Yeah, you see what he's trying to do there. But
looks like the Wildcats family behind there in picture. They are starting to gather. This one, it's going to be in the record books, in not the distant future.
Just 2 balls to go for Phillips, 1 for 16 so far. Jason Moody, by the way, 4 overs, 14 runs conceded with that wicket. Economy of just 3.5. great spell of bowling from Moody. Just the consistency, really, I suppose, outside that off stump.
Ooh.
Great delivery. Dug out.
That was close.
By House. 1-1-1. Nelson on his back.
Why would you have that
Shassin
done?
House. So, yeah, I think we need to show some videos of David Shepherd dancing at Lords. Oh, an attempted short ball there. A little wry smile from Nathan Phillips.
Well,
Might even get a little telling off later for that one.
No, I don't think he will. I don't think he will. No one in this Wildcats team will get told off for anything. They've been very super in the second half.
Well, a bit of a damp squib of a ball to end the game, but not when you are Nathan Phillips and not when you play for the Wildcats. It is they that take the spoils of the BOLANDT20 under-14s. They win by 22 runs against the under-14 Dragons. And we'll be back in a couple of minutes with the presentation.
Kimberly, ka camera ko. Testing 1, 2. Check.
Welcome back to Boland Park and the conclusion of today's play at the BOLANDT20. A fantastic final in the under-14s. It went down to the wire, but it was the Wildcats who took it. But firstly, let us thank our sponsors who make this tournament so viable for all of us. Is Rain, our main tournament sponsor, DMP Cricket, Pile Royals and Thirsty. So before the team prizes come out, let's go for the individual prizes. The player of the match of the final, 69 runs off 55 balls, 10 fours, a 6 and a wicket to boot, Nathan Phillips. The best batter of the tournament now, he will receive a bat with all the signatures of the Pile Royals team from 2025, a DMP voucher of 600 rand and an SAT20 cricket thanks to the Royals and DMP. He's not here to pick up his award, but with 208 runs and a higher score of 89, it would be and is Ruben Giliamir. His coach is here. His coach is here to take it on his behalf. So the best bowler will receive a Loop from Rain with 6 months free data. A Loop is a 5G Wi-Fi router with a stereo speaker. So thank you to Rain and also for the SA20 ticket. This bowler finishes with 14 wickets with a phenomenal 4.5 economy rate. It is yet again Nathan Phillips. Congrats, mate. And now on to the MVP, the best player of the tournament. He will receive a voucher for a custom-made bat from DMP, so thank you to DMP. And it turns out that he's going to be able to take a friend with him to the SA20, because with 49 points over the tournament, I hope you got a big bag. It's Nathan Phillips. And now I'm sure everyone here agree that that was a really fantastic final. So can we give it up for both of the teams who made the final and put on such a good show for us today? An amazing fight back from them, but unfortunately they will go home with the silver medal and not the gold this year. So please can I ask the Dragons to come up and collect their medals. I'm good, mate. How are you? I thought it was you coming on. I was like... And now to the winners of this year's the T20 of 2025, the under-14 champions. They did it as under-13s, they've stuck together, and now they're the champions under-14. Please welcome your champions, the Wildcats. Captain up here. Captain up on the top there. The Wildcats will also receive a replica trophy, and they will all receive tickets for the SA20 match on 19th of January here at Boland Park. So thank you to the Pile Royals for that. And now we will ask Letitia to hand over the winning trophy to the captain. Your 2025 under 14 T20 champions, the Wildcats. Carry that one home. We're not getting a trophy lift, boys.
Ja, laat sini deh. Geef je ons wel bedankt. Wat was er dan? Geef je ons wel?